Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received. It is a very sad story. So the message, it goes on like this. Hello, my brother. How are you? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? I am a woman that is currently staying here in Cape Town. We were scared to go to the police because we do not have work permits, but this is what happened to my cousin sister. We buried my cousin sister. It was last month. My cousin sister had been kidnapped and we were scared to even approach the police. So me and my cousin sister, we have been working as prostitutes. So I want you to read this confession, even translate it in English. If there is any woman that is currently working as a prostitute around Cape Town or in South Africa in general, you need to know that you are never safe. I really do not know how you can conduct your business, but this business is no longer safe anymore. Listen to what happened to my cousin sister. Let me take you back to Zim, where it all started. Me and my cousin sister, we were both the same age and we went to the same school. If you know this school, which is a private school that is called Girls High, that is where we went to. So even though our parents, they were not poor, they were not rich as well, like they were middle class. And at this school, a lot of rich kids used to attend, and then we started to be friends with this other girl. She was born and raised in the UK, and then she came to Zim and her parents decided to settle back in Zim, and she started to attend the same school where we were attending at Girls High. So this girl, she was used to going to parties, even though her parents, they allowed her, even though she was still very young, because we were still underaged at that time. We were 14 when we started to go to different clubs and we would go to different house parties. From a very young age, we used to perform orgies because there would be boys from other schools like your Prince Edward that came from very wealthy families staying in the suburbs of Borodale and the likes. So what would happen is that they would organize what they called house parties. If any of their parents were not around, then that guy would be hosting the house party, and us as girls, we would go there. The house party can even start on a Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, until Monday. You could even go with your school uniform and you will come straight from the house party going to school. So at that house party, anything will go. If you decide to sleep with this guy, then you can sleep with the other guy. I still remember one day when we were at the house party, we ended up running out of protectors, you know, your condoms. We only had one that was left that another guy was wearing. So the man had to remove it and to wear it, remove it and to wear it. We even took cooking oil and used it as lubrication, like we were still young at that time. So this is what we were busy doing, and you can just imagine a child that is like that. You will never be able to control such a child. My parents thought that I was still a young girl, but I was already an adult, for I knew everything about what a man and a woman does in the bedroom. So this did not stop with me going to the house parties, since I already knew what happens between a man and a woman. At church, I started to seduce some men in church, those that were married, your elders, your pastors, your deacons, even your overseers. If I get a chance, I will make sure that I seduce that man, sleep with him, and that man will want to sleep with me without using any protection, because the man will think that I am someone that is honest, someone that does not do those things of sleeping with other men. So I was a spoiled child as well, because I had my grandmother's name. So my father never wanted to hear that my mother has beaten me. He'll get so angry if he would hear that I have been beaten. And even at school, he would tell the teachers that even if I fell at school or not do any schoolwork, they did not have any right to beat me. Otherwise, they will you will get them arrested. So I knew that my father was very protective of me. Even when I fell pregnant, I told my father, it is quite strange what I did, but my father decided to assist me. I went with my father and he helped me with an abortion using his own money. I told him that I was scared that if mom learned that this was what I had done, then mom was going to beat me. My dad then promised me that such things were not going to happen. He was going to make sure that I was going to be taken good care of. We went out in the morning and my mom thought that we were just going to shop something at the shops in town. My father had already found this other bogus person that could assist us. He operated as if he was a doctor, but he was a fake one with a fake clinic, those ones that do your illegal abortions. We went there and then the abortion happened. And after I had learned that this is possible and it is easy for you to have an abortion done on you, I kept doing that until I saw that I could not sustain myself in Zim anymore, because I was living a very luxurious life and I wanted men to sponsor me. And the problem was that most of the guys that I knew now, they were leaving the country. So I then managed to convince my cousin to come with me to South Africa. We started in Joburg, where we started working as prostitutes. And we had never been threatened ever since we had started working as prostitutes in South Africa. We were doing okay. Per day, I could make at least about 900 to 1,000 rands, which was a lot, because at the end of the month, I'll be having 20 or more than 20k each and every month. So it is a good salary. It's not a lot of people that are making that much in South Africa. A regular 20k each and every month, you can sustain and you can survive. So my cousin, the problem with her was that she was a risk taker. Anything went with him. If a man had money, she will go with that man. She once told me that she once sucked the manhood of this other man that had his manhood rotten, and there were things that were coming out of his manhood. When she told me that story, I saw that my cousin's sister, she was a risk taker. The day when my cousin was kidnapped, there was a guy that came. He was driving his car around. Like when you are a prostitute, you deal with a lot of different men, those that are violent, some of them that have run away from their wives, that want peace of mind, some of them that are freaks. There was this other guy, I will never forget him. What he used to do is that he would drive around with his pants down and he would be looking at us whilst he would be busy masturbating. I don't know if he was a ritualist or what. So I always cautioned my cousin sister not to be in the car of people like that, because when you are a freak such that you can find pleasure in driving your car with your pants down and you are busy playing with your manhood, you are more like a serial killer. And my cousin did not even care. She will even go with those people and she won't even be scared, until the day she was taken away by this other guy that came. So the guy came and none of us wanted to go with him. Like, you can just feel it in your blood that there is something wrong with this guy, because of the way that he was talking with us. He was very disrespectful and he was someone that could just kill you. My cousin then jumped into the vehicle and off they went. So after about 3 hours, I tried to reach out to my cousin because I wanted to hear what was going on. So when I tried to reach out to him, her phone was just going to voicemail, and we thought that maybe she had been booked for the whole night. So we waited for the whole night. The next day, she then started to talk with me, and she was talking with me through the text messages, yet she was being forced by that man to send the messages. She was being kept at this other house, and we do not have any idea where she was being kept. My cousin's sister was kidnapped and she was kept at that house, which she said it was a very big mansion. She stayed there for 2 weeks, and she said that when she was being kept in that house, there were men that would come and sleep with him, and most of these men that would come and sleep with my cousin sister, these were men that would be wearing red robes. Some of them, they would bring iron bars, and then they would make my cousin sister to sleep with the iron bar as if it was a dildo that they would be using on my cousin sister. My cousin sister, she said that on a daily basis, there were men that would come and these men would sleep with him by force. Some of them, they would insert their manhoods in her mouth and they would force their manhoods into her mouth. Some of them, they would do sim 1 or sim 2, depending with the ritual that was supposed to be performed on that day. She said that there were days when she was even starved, and I think that this was what killed him, because she would go for days without eating, yet these men, they would come and sleep with him. And she said that these men that were sleeping with him, it was as if they were taking medication like Viagra, because a man would sleep with him even for 2 hours straight without stopping. Sometimes she would wake up after fainting and she would find out that the man is still busy on top of him and she was beaten. All of these men that were doing all of these things to him, they were wearing masks and she did not even recall any of their faces, but she said that most of them, they were black men that did these things to him. My cousin, we finally found her because we had posted a picture in this other Zimbabwean group, and then there was someone that found my cousin sister. She was just sitting at this other taxi rank. This was 2 days after she had been dumped by that man, and she had no idea as to where this man had taken her to, but all she said was that this house, it was a very big house, it was a mansion, and she was being kept upstairs in a secret room, and she was being treated as if she was an animal. Even the food that she was being given to eat, she said that it was oats and water. You know those jungle oats, they used to mix them, she said, with warm water, put some sugar, and that was all that she ate. And she was denied access to water, and she was denied access even to bath. So she was not bathing in those 2 weeks. The men would come and sleep with him, and after that she would be given a cloth to wipe herself with. That cloth, both sim 1 and sim 2, even if the men would have ejaculated inside of her, she was denied water to wash herself, even her body, and she was also denied access to a toilet. So which meant that if she wanted to pee, she had to pee on the floor in that very same room where she was staying, and if she wanted to do poop, she had to do it in that very same room where she was staying. So she was staying as if she was an animal, until the day when she said that the man came into that room wearing a demonic mask as if he was the devil, and then he picked her up and threw him into the boot of the car and drove off. And the next thing, she was dumped in town. This was in the middle of the night. She managed to find a place where she sat down and she waited for the next day. She said that people did not want to help her because they thought that she was a Nyaupe girl, until this other guy, a Zimbabwean man, who then saw him. And this man that saw him, he is like one of those people in town that push the trolleys. If you have shopped a lot of groceries, they assist you to get to the taxi rank. So this man, when he saw my cousin's sister, that was when he thought of this other woman that he had seen in a Facebook group, and he did not think that it was him, because what he was looking at and the picture that he had seen, it was totally different. Because when we found my cousin's sister, like, she was half dead, I can say, we managed to get where she was and we took her to the hospital and she was treated. And her being a prostitute, it was very difficult for her to open up. She only opened up to me. She refused to say a lot of things when we arrived at the hospital. My cousin, she then passed away a couple of days after she had been admitted into the hospital. We even wanted to go and report, but we were scared. There was no one that was willing to go in front and to speak with the police. So this is what happened to my cousin sister, who was a prostitute. Even right now, when I have a client, I'm always scared. I would rather have a client at the place where I am staying and I have opened up to the landlord. My landlord did not know that I am a prostitute. I have since told my landlord that if you ever see me going out with a man, then if I tell you that I will be back after an hour and you do not see me returning back after an hour, please alert the police. So what I do right now is, if a man comes to pick me up, I tell my landlord where this man stays, and my landlord can even take down the license plate of the car that the man will be using. At least if I get kidnapped or if I get killed by a serial killer, at least they will be able to start somewhere to look for me, so that even if I am dead, at least my mom can see my body, not to disappear forever. So please bring out this message to all the other women that are like me, that depend on selling their bodies. This is happening in South Africa. I am based in Cape Town. We recently buried my sister. Your dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Let us try to speak with our dear sister in the comment section. Has something like this ever happened to you as a woman, that you are picked up by a man that you have met online, then that man starts to get violent with you or wants to use you for ritual? If so, you can come to my inbox and then you can share with me your own side of the story. Then there is another message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. The message, it reads like this: hello brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my story as anonymous? I am a South African woman. Now your confessions are messing up my life. I don't know, should I go ahead with this relationship? Please tell me, brother Nashi, this story is for real or what? Please just tell me. I need you to tell me right now. So what has been happening is that, brother Nashi, there is this other guy that I have been dating. The guy, he comes from Zim. He's someone that is not judgmental. He's someone that is very nice to be around and is very kind. He's a kind-hearted man. So what has brought me is that I need advice. Should I continue dating this guy, or maybe I should let go of him? So I met this guy when I went to this other party with my friend, and I was introduced to this Zimbabwean guy. I did not want to date a foreign guy, but because of money, like I'm desperate for money, I really need money. So I ended up just giving in, and he gave me money. He's the first guy to ever buy an iPhone for me. I am using an iPhone 15 currently, and he's saying that if I show him true love, then he is going to upgrade. So the true love that he wants to show me, like, I really do not understand why he wants to go with me to Ghana, because he does not come from Ghana, and he does not want to give me the reasons as to why he wants us to travel to Ghana. But he says that after each and every 2 years, he has to go on a vacation specifically to Ghana. This is what he likes to do. Like, I really do not know. I want you to advise me. Should I continue on this journey with this man, or maybe there is trouble ahead? This man is a hustler. You never know what kind of a business he does. He can be sitting on his laptop throughout the day. He's a forex trader. The next thing, he is into this business of selling cars. The next thing, he has changed, he's selling properties. Like, you do not understand. He can just say, honey, let us go somewhere. Then we go to this other house, and then he tells you that this house belongs to me. Like, how is it even possible that you have so many houses? And these houses that I'm talking about, the majority of them, they start at least at 5 million that he owns, and I have lost count right now as to how many houses he has taken me to. And he tells me that this house belongs to me, and he won't be lying, because when we go there will be people that will be waiting for us so that they can see the house. He says that he buys houses and he flips them at a profit. Like, the guy, he does not have any history. I asked I asked him, when did you come to South Africa? He does not want to say, but if it happened that he came a very long time, you should know even a few words. Like, I am a Zulu speaking woman, and this man has been staying in Joburg, he says, for a very long time, and he does not even know a single Zulu word. It's like he just arrived from his country, but yet he's been flipping houses. He drives expensive cars. I'm scared of this guy, but still I want to date him because he can take me out of poverty. The whole family depends on me, and my mom found out about this guy because my mom is always snooping in my phone, and my mom loves this man because she thinks that this is the man that is going to marry me. Please advise me. If I dump him, am I ruining my future? When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Let us try to give her advice in the comment section. If it was you, will you continue dating this man? But it is tricky. If this man is not a ritualist, this man is being used by other big people to wash money. If you know what it means, someone who cleans money for big people. I think maybe that is what he's doing, because the way that he flips houses, it means that he has somewhere where he goes and he gets the money. So it is very complicated. But to you, our listeners, would you encourage our sister to continue dating this man? And why would you say that after each and every 2 years I have to go to Ghana for a vacation? When you go on a vacation, is that the rule that after each and every 2 years you go to the same country? If you have money, like, don't you want to explore other countries? Like, if you love to promote tourism in Africa, let's say you go to Botswana, Namibia, then the next year you go to another country. Why Ghana only when you go on a vacation? It is said that he only goes to Ghana for a vacation. Hey, strange things they do happen in this world.